This is a short tutorial on how to use my printable assessment and marking book version 1. You can see on page 1 that we have some written instructions. You might like to choose those, or because you're already listening to this and watching, you're obviously asking me to explain it to you. Here would be the actual first page you would print out for your marking book. You might have class 7A. There's my name there, you put yours, your school there, and what year the marking book is for. This one's set up for 2015. The next page, if you want to print that out, is simply 2015 term dates and school holidays, self-explanatory. Also on this page you might want to either physically write in or type before you print class dates, maybe when your school assemblies are on every Thursday 2 till 3. Maybe sport is on Monday 12 till 1, scripture on Tuesday 9 to 9:30, those kind of times and dates. Perhaps other ones to remember, school development days, when your awards day presentations are, concerts that your school might have, and so on. If you type them in first, you could then print it out, or you can just use that space to write them in as you need. Okay, down to the part where teachers need to input marks. Here's a basic marking page. Put your name there, what class you have or classes. Perhaps this page will be about maths. If you are not going to type topics in, maybe you prefer to write them in yourself as you go, just take those out. Leave them blank before you print, or you can type what you're going to be marking in before you go if you feel like it. Here you will see little pop-ups to tell you what to do. If you're going to assess some algebra on the 2nd of the 3rd, 15, then type the date there and it'll appear. Pretty easy to do. Okay, the next part to explain is your class student names. Whatever you type in here will automatically copy down to your anecdotal records. So if you type your first student name is Anthony Ackleroyd, then if you type that there, I'm not sure that's how to spell it. Anthony, it's not quite spelled correctly, doesn't matter. You'll notice that that copies straight down to there. So you don't have to repeat all of your typing of kids' names. So you put your class in here. If you've only got 22 children in your class, then simply delete the rest and leave them blank. I wouldn't delete everything because you'll notice the print lines here that I've left visible. That tells you where each page will print out. So don't try and alter the print areas by taking things out. Just leave them as they are. You can see now we're down to about page 5. And if you are going to do anecdotal records, that is write information about students, then here's where you do it. Type the date in there or write it in if you're just printing these out. And once again, if you type a topic here, supposing you're doing an assessment on history of World War I, something like that, you've set an assignment and you wish to write some written comments about what students have done, you'll notice once you type it in this one for Adam Ant really, it will copy down to each page heading so you know what you've done. Now, you've got to decide whether you're going to use this as a digital copy. If you are, then you'll obviously be writing numbers in here and so on and so forth. I haven't made it so it'll add up. If you need to and you don't know how to do it, you can either send me an email or ask somebody else who's got some spreadsheet knowledge how to get things to add up for you. It's a fairly simple process. However, I didn't put it in. If you're not going to use it digitally, that is, you're going to print a marking book and write them in by hand, that's fine. Do that. Just leave it blank and be ready to print those out. The only trick here is that you might want more than one of these types of pages. So, I would, if you're going to print it out, that is, of course, if you're going to keep it digital, then you would just copy these pages and go across here. I would suggest make a copy of that, highlight everything, Control C on your keyboard, come here, Control V, and you can recopy that as many times as you want across there and make as many marking records as you want. That's an easy way. If you're printing though, the instructions are at the top. If you want to print more than one of this page, you would go File, Print, Pages, 4 to 4. How many of those do you want? Maybe you need 14 of them, 15. You can keep going, come back and print more later. Press print and you'll get 15 of just that page. I'm going to press escape at the moment because I don't want to print right now. Okay, so you could have set up your marking book. If you need more of the anecdotal records page, you would have to print maybe 4 or 5 copies of this page. 5, 6, 7, that should be 8. That now. 8. Oop. 8 would be the same. So you go File, Print, Pages 5 to 8. Probably wouldn't want 15 of them, but you might make 5 sets of anecdotal records and press print, and away you go, and you would get multiple copies of that. The next thing after you printed it all is to put it together in a book. I'll make a little video to accompany that, how to put it into a booklet. So that's the marking records version 1. There is another one I will show in a minute. It's a slightly different idea here in terms of the way you can record anecdotal notes. All the rest is the same. The printable assessment and mark book version 2 is only slightly different to version 1. As you can see here, the anecdotal records page has a different layout. It allows teachers who may want to simply write across nearly a whole page and put their records in like that. And because of this, you can get less names or student names on a page. So you'll notice when you go to print, you'll have to specify that you want pages up to page 11. Another difference that I didn't mention in version 1 is this. You can see the title page here where most of the information is. If you click on sheet 1, then you'll see a slightly different marking records page. It has room for 12 topics for you to record marks on. So just a bit more information can go on one page. Once again, if you print this, you might want 10 of those pages. Just specify 10 pages and away you go. If you're thinking of making it into a digital recording method, then if you want more information going across here, you would simply copy, Control C, come across to here, Control V, and you could make as many records going across this page as you like and continue to put in marks. So there it is, an easy way to change your anecdotal records, and also if you want to have a different marking records page, there it is.